dramatic. We move over to Europe for some statements from Spain's Attorney General, and he has announced that the country will probe alleged human rights violations in the Gaza Strip, assisting the International Criminal Court as it seeks arrest warrants for Israeli leaders over accusations of war crimes. The investigation team will focus on gathering evidence related to violations of international human rights law in Gaza, which will then be made available to relevant authorities. The investigation comes amid mounting international pressure on both Israel and Hamas over the ongoing conflict in Gaza. We're once again joined by Ali Mohammed Abushbak to discuss Spain's statements there. Ali, this comes from mounting pressure from Spain, not just from its Attorney General, but of course from the Spanish government as well. They have labelled what Israel's doing as a genocide. They've of course earlier on recognised the Palestinian state. They have said that they will not even take part in the Eurovision Song Contest if Israel will participate. Can you give us a bit of analysis on the way Spain has acted towards the Israeli government since this war has begun, especially in the last few months?
Thomas, the thing is there is a development in the perspective of the international community and the leaders, especially with regard to this war. And most of the international confirmed that there is a war crime in Gaza. But on the ground, there is no an action. Spain, they are studying to impose a sanction on Israel with regard to the Israelis military and the trade also. But that's not enough, especially we are talking now about Netanyahu is under the international arrested warrant for the war crime, according to the International Criminal Code. But up to now, Benjamin Netanyahu is free. So Israel is acting with impunity, and there is a no punishment. Also, France is going to recognize the Palestinian Hood, and they are confirming that the war situation in Gaza Strip, but also Benjamin Netanyahu still using the airspace of the France. I mean, despite he's also arrested warrant for the criminal code. So that's nothing. There is the duality. I mean, the duality and double standard with the Palestinian and Israel. This will not do any change. With regard to Spain, maybe it will make a change, make several of Western countries following their lead to support the human rights, especially we are talking about civilians whose casualties in Gaza, children and women. They must to protect the human rights and the morale of the human rights and the international law. Otherwise, it will be like a jungle. It's not systematic and it's not organized by international law and human rights.
Ali Mohammed Abushbak, thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on the programme. For our next story, we move over to Europe, where Austria's National Security Council convened to discuss